Hello, everyone. It's Coach Cary here. Thank you for joining me today for this live webinar where we're going to have coffee with Coach Cary. That's what we've called it. And I really enjoyed doing this last Saturday with you guys, and I thought we would follow up this Saturday. This Saturday is a little different because we've kicked off a 100-day period for self-improvement. And if you follow my channels on social media or YouTube or our podcast, you'll know that we started yesterday. That was the kickoff. It was day 1 of 100, and today's day 2. So we were doing some planning this week. We were talking about how we could improve. And so at the end of the 100 days, how could we be a better person and make an impact on our community, make the community better through our efforts than it was yesterday on day 1. So we just want to see some improvement. It could be a little bit of improvement. It could be a lot of improvement. I'm going to encourage you to take bold action, and I'm going to be there along the way. We're going to do these webinars. We're going to have some master classes. We have our first master class coming up on Monday. I'll tell you about that in a second, but we just want to kind of chat today, have a coffee with me, and if you have any questions, please type them in the comments on Instagram and Facebook, and on YouTube, please type them in the chat. So I'll be watching those periodically, be able to answer your questions. If you're on YouTube, you'll see the slideshow that we have here, and this is the 100-day slideshow. And basically, we were going over this this week, and we were just outlining what we're going to accomplish in the next 100 days. So we really want to see spiritual, mental, and physical improvement for you, but also we want to see prosperity and benevolence too. So we want to make sure that not only are you improving yourself, but you're helping others. And there's something to gain from that too. So I'm going to go over that right now. So you can join us on social media, on YouTube, on our podcast, and you can join us on Facebook and Instagram. We're going to have posts on Twitter too, so you can join us there. And it's really easy to follow us. Today is day 2 of the 100-day process. And the reason we started a 100-day process is I wrote a book this year called The 100-Day Diet, and I lost 30 pounds in 100 days. And all the research I did to lose weight, a lot of it worked. And I documented it in my journal. And now I've shared that in a book. And you can go on Amazon and type in my name and then 100-Day Diet, and you'll be able to find it and just read up on how I was able to lose 30 pounds in 100 days. And many of these principles I'm going to apply to the next 100 days, what I'm doing with you now. And I was inspired initially with the 100-day process after the election in the US. And Kirk Cameron was on Facebook, and I thought he was doing such a good job talking about, I think he called it the campfire revival. And I would get these posts and think, what a great idea, 100 days. And he was so consistent every day being on Facebook. And then I thought to myself, and he was even on holidays and doing these live videos, that I thought, I can do this. I can do this for myself, and now I can do this for you. I can help you with a lot of the things that I've learned during my career, being a health professional. A lot of the things that I've applied during the 100-day process to lose weight. So I thought, you know what, I can do this too. So we're on day 2. Next Saturday, I plan on doing another coffee with Dr. Cary. We'll be on day 9. And in between the Saturday coffees, we are going to have webinars and posts. So please follow us. Some of them will be tips, and some of them will be more in-depth conversations. And then some of them are going to be more in-depth, like they're going to be master classes. Okay. So our first focus in the next 100 days is going to be happiness. So we want to see you happier and feeling a sense of fulfillment. And so, how can you become happier? You might have some ideas, and I encourage you to jot them down right now, whether they're on paper or an electronic journal. Jot down what would make you happier. And those are some of the goals that we want to shoot for over the next 100 days. So, what makes you happier? What does the science say about happiness? And so, what can we actually do about it that's going to make a difference? So, we're going to talk about happiness during this 100 days. Focus 2 is going to be on health. So, we want to see you healthier. And so, you might be struggling with some health issues. You might want to improve your health and fitness levels. You might want to improve your mental health or even your spiritual health and well-being. So we're going to talk about that as well. And I'm going to break that down into individual webinars during this 100 days so that we can talk more about what you can actually do to help yourself. And then you might want to lose weight or manage your weight better. And that's something we're going to talk about too, because weight has such a big impact on our health. It affects our risk of heart disease, cancer. It affects our risk of diabetes, and it also affects our joints too. So we're going to talk about all that during this 100 days as well. The third focus is prosperity. And we want to see you more prosperous after 100 days. And what does that mean? Well, we want to see you more productive, being more valuable, whether it's to your employer, being more valuable to your clients or your patients. So we want to improve so that we increase our value, and we want to use our time wisely. So manage our time wisely. We're going to talk about that, productivity. We're going to talk about wealth creation. What can you do to create wealth? And we're going to talk about cash flows, how to increase cash flows, more money coming in, less money going out, how you can decrease expenses, decrease clutter. We're going to talk about that. There'll be some metaphors or synonyms during this time where, you'll want to make some cuts to your spending, but also some clean up some of the stuff in your life that, whether it's tangible or intangible, there'll be some correlations there. And then we want to increase your net worth. So after 100 days, we want to see your net worth a little bit more. Even if it's $1 more than it is right now, we want to make sure that in 100 days, you have increased net worth. And then our fourth focus is benevolence. And I think this is really important because if we're making all these positive changes for ourselves, we also want to make sure that those changes are spilling over to our community. So we want to make the world a better place. How can we improve existing relationships? So how can what we're learning during this 100 days, how can we share that with our partner? How can we share that with our families? How can we share that with our friends and neighbors? And maybe make a bigger difference than that. How can we share it with our community or even the world, like online, here on social media, on YouTube, so that people around the world, it can make the world a better place. So we really want to make a difference with what we're learning and what we're doing. We want to share that. I encourage you to share it, because I found during the 100 days of weight loss, when I was sharing what I was doing, it actually made a difference. I was a little concerned about sharing. I didn't want to share some of the goals I had, because I was thinking, well, what if I didn't achieve them? What if I fell short? So there's always that fear of failure. But really what happened was I found it really inspired me. It inspired me to stay focused. It inspired me to find the answers, and it inspired me to make some changes. So we want to make a difference during this 100 days as well. And we use the word benevolence to talk about making a positive change in our lives and in our community. If you're interested in our first masterclass, it's coming up on Monday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific, 9:30 Eastern. And that'll be Monday, November 22nd. And we're going to encourage you to take action. So in that masterclass, we're going to talk about an action plan for these 4 key areas. You can ask questions during this masterclass. We're going to be happy to answer those. And then we're going to include a 15-minute initial coaching session in that masterclass as well. So if you get a ticket to that, and the tickets are on Eventbrite right now, if you get a ticket to that, we're going to include a 15-minute session where we'll send you a link to schedule the 15-minute coaching session. And after the masterclass, we're going to follow up with you and get into specifics of what exactly you want to achieve. And I'm going to do the coaching sessions right now. And space is limited for the coaching session, so please sign up early. It is subject to certain limits just based on my time. So please go ahead and get a ticket for the masterclass. The way to get a ticket is to scan this QR code on the bottom right, or if you are on YouTube, you can go into the show notes and click on the link. On Instagram and Facebook, same thing, click on the link or go to the link in our bio. And when you click on that, you're going to see Masterclass. Go down, click on that. I think there's a place for events too and webinars on Instagram. So in our menu, just click on events and webinars, and it'll take you over to Eventbrite, and you'll be able to sign up for that upcoming webinar on Monday. So I look forward to seeing you there. I also look forward to talking to you about your SMART goals at that masterclass. So SMART stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-based. So I use this SMART process during the 100-day diet period when I lost 30 pounds. And for SMART, for specific, it means make your goals specific and narrow for more effective planning. Measurable, define what evidence will prove you're making progress and reevaluate when necessary. Attainable, make sure you can reasonably accomplish your goal within a certain time frame. Relevant, your goals should align with your values and long-term objectives. And T is time-based, set a realistic, ambitious date for task prioritization and motivation. So we're going to get into the SMART goals on Monday's masterclass, and please go over to Eventbrite to get a ticket. You can get that at True North PM, or you can click on the link in our bio. It'll take you over to Eventbrite under events and webinars. So thanks for joining me today. I'm just going to check for any comments or questions you might have right now. Hope you're enjoying your coffee. I didn't get to drink much of my coffee because I've been talking, but I did make myself a coffee this morning. I've really enjoyed it, and enjoyed spending the time with you. And I look forward to seeing you this week as we'll go through the days leading up to next Saturday, as well as the masterclass for Monday. Follow us on social media at True North PM. And on YouTube at True North Practice Management. We have a podcast, and you can get that by going in our menu, clicking on podcast, and our podcast is on Android and Apple as well. So I look forward to talking to you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful day today, and enjoy your day.